Two boys on a school playground play tetherball. Children run inside. A boy stops to drink water from a fountain. A dinosaur paw turns a handle. The boy's eyes widen. The dinosaur drinks.
Did you know that the water you drink today may have been drunk by dinosaurs?
Text, the water cycle. 4 circular arrows with graphics representing the 4 stages. A man pops out of a pool.
All the water on the earth has always been here. The water that exists never disappears, and no new water is ever created.
A boy puts ice in a glass.
Huh? How does that happen?
The water just keeps changing form. Sometimes it's a liquid. Sometimes it's a solid. Sometimes it's a gas.
The host rises on a beach float. A river cascades over large rocks.
In the environment, water changes form as it moves through the water cycle.
A boy spins a bike wheel.
Think of the water cycle like a bicycle wheel. It has no beginning and no end. But it does have 4 phases that occur over and over and over again. Precipitation, accumulation, evaporation, and condensation.
Want to see how it works? We can start anywhere.
Host with umbrella.
I'm in the precipitation stage. During precipitation, water falls to the earth as rain, as hail, or as snow.
A truck plows snow.
Where does the water go after it falls?
Rushing water.
It flows down creeks and storm drains into rivers, lakes, and oceans. This is the accumulation stage.
Ocean waves crash.
Some water even goes down, percolates, beneath the surface and accumulates underground. This is called an aquifer.
Arrows point downward on a graphic of soil. Text, experiment number 1.
Now here's something you can try to see how water is stored underground. First, get a cup. Now, fill it to the top with sand or gravel.
The boy scoops sand from a bucket into a cup.
Do you think it's full? Try to get a little bit more in.
He adds more and packs it down.
Now add water. You can see how water fills in the spaces between the rocks and accumulates underground.
The host canoes.
After it is accumulated above ground, water does an amazing thing. It changes form. It evaporates. From a liquid, it becomes an invisible gas.
A girl adds noodles to a boiling pot.
What makes water change form?
How water changes form. A boy points a light at kids lying on the floor.
As the sun shines on water, it heats up the water molecules.
Drawings of molecules over the kids.
When the water molecules get hot enough, they evaporate. That is, turn into a gas.
Kids writhe.
The gas molecules rise up into the atmosphere.
The kids stand.
As they rise, the molecules cool and begin to condense on particles of dust. That means they turn back into very teeny water drops. When the teeny water drops gather together, they form clouds or fog.
Gray fog drawn over the kids.
Water continues to condense until the water droplets or snowflakes become too large and heavy to stay up in the sky and are pulled to earth by an invisible force, gravity.
The kids drop to the floor.
This brings us back to the precipitation stage, where we join the water cycle.
The water cycle goes on continually, even if we don't see any clouds right above us. The cycle happens over and over again, powered by heat from the sun and gravity from the earth. Precipitation, accumulation,
Evaporation.
and condensation.
The host sits in a fish aquarium.
By now you're probably wondering where we fit in the water cycle. Where do we get the water we use?
A boy brushes his teeth.
And how does water get inside the pipes in our houses? In most cases, a water company delivers water to us through a system of pipes and valves.
But where does the water company get the water?
A tube is inserted into a well.
Water companies get water in different places. They can build wells and pump water from underground, where water is stored in layers of rock. Water can also be pumped from lakes, rivers, or streams.
A large lake.
In some areas, water that falls during the winter is saved in man-made lakes called reservoirs. During the summer, when it doesn't rain very much, we can use the water in the reservoirs. It's sent through aqueducts and pipelines to farmers in cities, but water doesn't come directly to our homes. It has to be treated first.
The host scoops lake water into a glass.
Take a look at the water in this glass. It looks clean, doesn't it? Would you like a drink?
He holds it up.
Nah, I can't let you do that. The water I just scooped out of the lake may have bacteria in it, and even though you can't see it, it may make you very sick. People have even died from drinking this.
He dumps it over his back. Microscopic bacteria.
Before we can drink any water safely, the harmful bacteria has to be killed, and the water needs to be clean. So most of our water goes to a treatment plant to be purified and clean.
Illustrated bacteria scowl.
During the purification process, chemicals like chlorine are added to the water to kill bacteria and harmful microorganisms. Then the water is cleaned using a substance called alum. Alum causes dirt particles to coagulate, that is, clump together and form flock. The particles fall to the bottom of the tank, and the cleaner water is skimmed off the top.
Water flows into a tank.
This water is then poured through a filter like carbon, sand, and gravel. The filter catches dirt and germs and lets the clean water flow through.
Illustrated water filters through layers. Text, experiment number 2.
I'm going to show you how to make your own water filter.
Cuts bottle with scissors.
Cut the bottom off of a plastic bottle. You may need to ask an adult for help.
Covers opening with mesh.
Put a piece of wire screen or nylon over the neck and secure it with a rubber band. Now add some small pebbles. Coarse sand. And finally, some fine sand. Run water through to clean the filter.
She fills a glass with lake water.
Then get some really dirty, muddy, yucky water and pour it through. You can see how the filter traps a lot of the stuff that was in the water.
Filtered looks clear.
Unfiltered? Filtered. But don't drink it.
Illustrated bacteria.
Chlorine needs to be added again to kill any harmful bacteria that still may be hanging around.
Illustrated plant.
The water is finally ready for us to use, so it's pumped into pipes that lead to our homes.
Sprinkler heads rise in a yard and water the grass. A woman adjusts a shower head. A woman washes strawberries. A girl turns on a faucet and rinses her face. A woman pours water into a coffee maker. A woman adds detergent to a dishwasher. A woman loads a washer. A man washes a car. A dog drinks water from a bucket. A girl flushes a toilet and washes her hands.
Where does the water go after we use it?
It's cleaned again at a sewage treatment plant so that it can be returned to lakes and rivers and it won't hurt the little animals and plants that live there.
And who knows, the way the water cycle works, after it accumulates,
Evaporates, condenses, and precipitates, you might even end up drinking this water again sometime in the future.
A dinosaur drinks from a fountain. Produced by California Department of Water Resources. In association with the state water contractors. Producers Matt Carney, Mary Rua. Narrator Jonathan Miranda. California Department of Water Resources Office of Water Education. Copyright 1997.